Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to the month of January 2021. And we start off January the 2nd, 2021, with Estrogen filled month. Yes, the whole month I'm going to be reviewing movies with starring women or women, female co stars. That's my plan. It's a long month, so why don't we get started with a 2019 direct to video DC movie? Because I'm going to be reviewing a lot of DC stuff this year. Hopefully, good things. Uh, it's a kind of like a sequel. There's the 36th overall film in the DC animated universe. Wonder Woman, Bloodlines. Yes, this is the kind of a sequel, kind of a like a reboot of the Wonder Woman character because they kind of do the origin again, and it's a different storyline. So different voice actress too. In the 2009 movie, it was Kerry Russell. This time, it's live action Ahsoka herself. Yes, Rosario Dawson as the voice of Wonder Woman, who does a great job, by the way. In this one, it focuses on Wonder Woman facing enemies of the past who come together to form Villainy Inc., which I've never heard of. It also has Jeffrey Donovan as Street Trevor, uh, Mary Agaropoulos as Vanessa Capitilis, aka Silver Swan. She's a cool villain. She's like a mix of Hawkeye and Angel from X-Men with like silver, metal wings and claws. It's pretty badass. I like that. You also have Adrian C. Moore as Etta Candy. That's the Black Lady. You have Kimberly Brooks, the voice of Bumblebee from DC Superhero Girl. She's Cheetah, and she has more screen time, by the way. And Giganta, that's a villain that they do. If they do that in Wonder Woman 3, you got to give her more than 5 minutes of screen time because we want to see her villains. We don't want to see them at the end at in a boss fight. You have Courtney Taylor as Dr. Poison. She has a German accent in this one, just like in the 2017 movie. Constance Zimmer as Veronica Cale, who's a female villain for Wonder Woman, kind of like her Lex Luthor in a way. No Maxwell Lord this time. You have Nia Vardalos as Julia, who's the mom that, spoiler alert, she dies a brutal death. You have Michael Dorn as Ferdinand the Minotaur. He's pretty cool. He kind of sounds like Kevin Michael Richardson, uh, the voice of Minotaur. You have Cree Summer as Hippolyta and Medusa, who fights Wonder Woman at the end. You have Mozam Marno as Dr. Cyber and Ray Chase as the lead bandit. So, yeah, basically this movie is animated, but it's not for kids. Trust me. There's so much blood and nudity in this movie. It is not for children. Do not let your kids watch this movie. If they want to watch Wonder Woman, they might as well watch DC Superhero Girls or the 2017 movie because those are less intense. Those are less bloody than this. This has like decapitations and shooting and people getting stabbed, and yeah, it's a lot of blood. Hell, at the end of this movie, Wonder Woman is a bloody mess when she's fighting Medusa, and she gets blind. Yeah, because so she doesn't have to look in Medusa's eyes at the end. She like puts venom of a snake on her eyes so she can't see. And this film got a better rating than the 1984, which is actually makes sense because this movie's shorter, it's more coherent, and it's pretty badass for a animated movie. It got a 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, which it deserves because while it's not perfect, I can watch this again and the 2009 movie over 84 because it's short. The 84 film, the biggest problem is just too freaking long. You don't have to stretch out a sequel another hour to get your point across. This movie's only uh 79 minutes. That's perfect. That's short and sweet. It's a lot of action, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, and the storyline works really well. And basically, it's about Princess Diana of Themyscira. She was trying to find her way into the world, to become queen. And basically, she has to prove herself, on Earth. And she does. It's good that Steve Trevor actually has something to do in this movie. He grows a beard and he fights, in the jet. And yeah, and the fact is that the whole thing is about revenge because Julie, Julia's daughter, Veronica, or no, not Veronica, Vanessa thinks that Wonder Woman is her fault that her mom died, but no, it's really uh Veronica Cale who killed her mother in cold blood, and you see that in the post credit scene. Yeah, and the animation is stunning. It's really a lot of colors. The women are beautifully, they're beautifully animated. The voice acting is fantastic. I think, the voice actors they choose here are very well cast, and they do really well. And it had two directors, this movie, which again, two heads are better than one. You have Sam Liu and Justin Copeland. Sam Liu's done some of the other DC animated movies as well. And the writers are one writer. It was Margaret Scott. Let me see who that is. I never heard of that person. It's one writer. It's not two, because sometimes two writers just to have two different ways of doing things. Uh, Let me see here, because they credit the writers that did the characters, but the one that wrote the script was here it is, the screenplay. Oh yeah, he wrote the is it a he or a she? No, her. She did additional crew for Guardians of the Galaxy the cartoon. She did the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. She also wrote the Resistance cartoon for Star Wars, but again, that wasn't her fault. That cartoon was doomed from the start. She's also doing Magic the Gathering, a TV series. She did Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War, Lego Jurassic World, uh, Rogue Guardians, and I do like this writer though. It's coherent. She doesn't stretch out a story too long. That's better than I can say for some other writers. And if you're looking for a Wonder Woman movie that's short and sweet and not for kids, because this is not for kids, this is right up your alley. It's a wonderful movie with a woman that can kick ass, and it doesn't drag. It doesn't drag. It doesn't slow down. It flows really well. It's a lot of badass action. The animation's really good. Is it perfect? No. I think some characters like Apollo, the girls of Themyscira, kind of get underused because they kind of do. Let's face it. Except in the 2017 movie, a lot of the times they're just background characters. They look great. They're women that can fight and wear armor, and they're pretty cool. But that's about it, though. In the 2009 movie, they also have some characters as well, and 2017, but they should be used more because they're like the women of Wakanda. They can kick ass, and they don't have to say they're women, Batwoman. So screw you for that. And this movie, yeah, it was right on my alley. After seeing the 1984 film, I needed something short and sweet because that took a lot out of me. It's a good movie, but it's way too long. And when a sequel's too long, I feel it in every fiber of my bones. But hey, I will guarantee you, this is going to be better than the Suicide Squad because that's going to be bloody and adult heavy. But that's not going to be the movie that I want. The first movie was bad, guys. DC can do better than a bunch of rainbow colored idiots that are violent. I can see that in freaking Deadpool. Yeah, I can see violent people in Deadpool or Deadpool 2. I don't need a bunch of cartoon characters with a bunch of CGI. Here, no, there's not a lot of CG because it's animated. It's an animated movie, hand drawn, because DC knows how to do that very well, better than Marvel when it comes to their animated properties. Because it's not for kids, and it works really well. And if you haven't seen it, watch it because I guarantee you're not going to be sitting there waiting for something to happen. Things happen in this movie, which is more than I could say for some other DC movies. But anyway, this is not a knock on Gal because she's awesome. But I think Rosario Dawson does a great job. She was a great Ahsoka in Mandalorian, and she's a great Wonder Woman voice. She has authority. She has a conviction, and she commits to the role. That's what I want from a Wonder Woman. If she commits, the movie will be just fine. So, or the cartoon. But thanks for watching, guys. My first estrogen filled month video. I will do more of these tomorrow, hopefully, because I need a break from live streaming. I've been doing it for months now, and I need a break. So, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.